These are all my thoughts and opinions based on information out in the public domain. Do your own research, and this is for entertainment purposes only. It's funny how Prince George, I think he was 7 years old when he was singing the national anthem, the British national anthem, knew the lines of the anthem. But Meghan Markle, as supposed to be a star, an actress whose living she earned by being an actress and memorizing a lot of lines, couldn't even be bothered to remember a few lines of a national anthem of her husband's family. Goes to show you. I was watching Matthew McConaughey, and I gotta tell you, talking about Uvalde, my heart goes out to everybody there. I don't want to start crying, but I'm about to, because that is so sad. But there was something very powerful. He said that how those people's griefs was not out there for public exploitation or consumption. And yet, what was the first thing that Meghan Markle did? Took a plane, went there, took cameras, like at least 4 or 5 cameramen, and 4 or 5 cameramen and photographers to exploit the people's grief, the children's deaths, for her own show. She didn't even bother to wear something appropriate. I mean, I don't even know why she showed up at all. I am absolutely disgusted that the press is not calling her out on that. But Matthew McConaughey said it, that the people's grief over the loss of these children was not for commercial consumption. How wrong is he? Because he already had somebody jumping on that bandwagon. You know? I don't know. What do you guys think? Now, I gotta tell you something, because a lot of people have given me a lot of flack over the pictures I posted of the supposed baby. I don't care what the baby looks like. It is a genetic impossibility almost that Meghan Markle, who has afro hair, and that's a very genetic trait on black people or mixed race people, that it's predominant over everybody. I mean, Archie's supposed to be her son, and he has curly hair from what we've seen, really curly hair. And I know that they photoshopped the red hair. They made it even redder, just like they photoshopped that other picture of that little girl. It is, I gotta tell you, it is quite upsetting that people confuse the fact that I'm calling Meghan Markle out, because something is not right. Something is not right. Meghan Markle is not that skinny. Her teeth are weird. Many people have pointed out, you know, you might be able to Photoshop the body, make it look slimmer and blah, 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 but not the teeth. I mean, whoever did that, because the teeth have a very particular thing, you know, she can't change them overnight. So it's clear that those pictures don't match. There's no other royal children. To me, and this is just, please understand that this has nothing to do with the children's appearance. I don't care if the children were born like the Hulk, green. I don't care. To me, it's the fact that this woman has not presented the proper documentation to have those children in the line of succession. Because let's not forget, God forbid something happens to the Cambridges. Who do you think is next in line of succession? It's Harry and Meghan Markle and their so-called children. This is why the line of succession is such a delicate thing, and it matters. It really matters, because even now Harry has constitutional duties or priorities, like being a counselor of state, in spite of the fact that he's not in the country. Laws need to be amended, and I don't care. So for people who keep sending me all these hate emails and everything, it has nothing to do with that. It really has to do with the fact that I feel all is fraud. Many people have also told me, so what does it matter that she didn't give birth to them? Well, it does matter. It really does matter, because then the child can't be in the line of succession. That's what the rules state, that the child can't be in the line of succession. And I don't know why people are still upset about the fact that I called that out. There's nothing wrong. And I can guarantee you that people were so in love with the idea of Harry marrying her that if she had been honest and said, I cannot bear children because of a physical thing, I am pretty sure that they would have amended the laws and say that as long as they had DNA of the royal parent, that the child would be in the line of succession, because, you know, things sometimes need to be changed or amended. The problem here is the dishonesty of it all. It is my very humble opinion that she didn't bring the children with them. They didn't bring the children with them. It is just my humble opinion that they didn't bring the children with them, that the gifts that they were seen loading off the plane were gifts that people gave them because it was the kid's birthday and for them to take back to the United States. But I don't think that they brought the children. And you know, I get the haters. How do you know, Paula? Clearly, they don't bother to listen to the beginning of the video, which I said these are all my thoughts and opinions based on information out in the public domain. For me, these are people who were desperate for attention. Meghan Markle kept mentioning Sarah Tindall, Sarah Tindall, Sarah Tindall. And I think this is why Mike Tindall was angry with him and didn't want to have anything to do with him, because he knew they were lying. I am sure that they were offloading the gifts, because I'm sure that the royal family gave them gifts for the children to take back with them. But listen, given how starving for attention Harry and Meghan Markle are, there's no way they wouldn't have been able to sneak a preview of the children coming into the UK, even if it's the back of the head, you know. It is unseemly how they've used the children, how they've abused everybody. To me, I don't care if Harry and Meghan Markle did the things on their own as Harry and Meghan Markle Windsor, but it does upset me when they use royal titles of an institution. And I've said this repeatedly. Do you understand that Meghan Markle did not go to Uvalde, Texas as Rachel Meghan Markle? She went there as the Duchess of Sussex. She doesn't use the HRH because they have been forbidden from using it. So she went, whenever she uses the royal title, which she loves to do, she goes there on a professional capacity, almost in representation of the Queen, because she's not going in a private capacity. Nobody said Rachel Meghan Markle went to Uvalde. No, it was the Duchess of Sussex, because she makes sure that she taints everything. So for me, there's no doubt in my mind that they didn't bring the children. Everything, but this is just me, okay? Based on what's out there. I am sure that they took the gifts back because they got gifts for the children, because the royal family would have loved, I'm sure they loved, and they gave them the gifts. What bothers me is the fact that this fraud is ongoing, that no proper that they have been allowed to get away and not present the proper documents for everything, that they've been allowed to slander and trash the entire monarchy in the United Kingdom. Yes, they were angry and they left. I am angry that they're allowed to keep using the royal titles for everything they do, because as bad as the Duke of York and the Duchess of York, and you both know my thoughts on them, at least they never slandered the UK, and they have always been very proud of the monarchy, and they have always done their best to talk the best they can of the monarchy. And you know how I feel about Sarah Ferguson. But here we have Meghan Markle basically biting the hand that feeds her, biting the hand of the people who embraced her, lying about things, using people like Oprah Winfrey to boost or to give herself credibility. And Oprah being the arrogant witch that she is, because Oprah is not a kind person. She's not a humble person. She's arrogant. She'd much rather die than admit that she was wrong with Harry and Meghan Markle. What she did was wrong. We all know that. Okay, at least these are my thoughts and opinions. I mean, what do you guys think? And by the way, thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I mean, you are the company you keep. Oprah is keeping Meghan Markle's company. We know what Meghan Markle does to people. How divisive this woman is. How terrible this woman is. Not only to people she doesn't know, but to the closest people in her life. How she discarded her own father. And now Harry's doing the same thing. And Harry's angry that he doesn't get to keep trashing the royal family without any consequence. This is the most amazing part, is that they are angry that they're not allowed to keep abusing and bullying and slandering people, because they feel entitled to do that, because they have been allowed to do that. And this is why I'm angry, because everything they do using the title taints, denigrates, the monarchy and the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, because those titles are representative of that institution. But please let me know what you think. My opinion, the children never came to the United Kingdom, because Meghan Markle would have, even if it's the back of the head of the child. You just saw how she lowered the window when she was driving by, right? And she's supposed to be terrified of the United Kingdom, and yet she lowered the window of a bulletproof car because she wanted people to know she was there. So do you think that she wouldn't have at least had something shown of the child? She would have found a way. She would have found a way. Now, Eugenie, why didn't she put Eugenie's child? I'm sure Eugenie would have been happy to have the children shown together. Instead, she chose to have somebody who nobody knows of, instead of having her husband and her other son. I mean, what do you guys make of all of this? Do you think I'm crazy? These are all my thoughts and opinions, and I repeat that, okay? But to me, I don't think the children ever came to the UK, and I think everything is fraudulent, and Parliament needs to demand that they present the proper documentation, and if not, remove the children from the line of succession, and the titles must be removed. Where is the money from the charity? Please, what do you guys think of all of this?